Why did our parents terrorize us into thinking that mundane things are such a big deal? My parents made me believe that if I jaywalked I was definitely going to get killed. Even on quiet streets with little traffic. My mom has a ton of trauma from different car crashes that she doesn't realize is trauma or is something that could be dealt with. She won't be a passenger with anyone but my dad and would grab the door for dear life the whole time I was learning to drive. Was also very concerned about having the light on. My siblings were rough-housing once and their conversation with my mom went like this. Stop rough-housing or the fish tank will fall on you and kill you. What? No it won't. Fish tanks kill people every day. Quote. I feel like they were in a constant anxious spiral. Just no idea what it was. That generation hardly knew what PTSD was, let alone how to cope with stress and burnout. Leaving the lights on. Who you leaving the lights on for? I've recently learned the amount of power cost for a light bulb staying on is not worth the traumatic anxiety I get seeing them on in an empty room. My grandparents repeatedly told me that if I was in the front yard unsupervised, I would be kidnapped by someone driving by, raped, and murdered. The front yard was the no-go zone, and if I was there, yelling, screaming, and anxiety attacks would begin. There's no uniformity. I know my parents didn't want the dome light on in the car, but they were rational about it. That it just made it harder to see, so for safety's sake, please turn it off. Razor blades in my Halloween candy. I think some parents just feel the need to exhibit control over their kids at all times to assert their authority. Thankfully my parents were never like this. But I definitely have met those kinds of parents before. They're usually the overworked, overstressed, miserable with their life types that make you wonder why they even had kids in the first place. I don't have kids, but I imagine it's really just any little thing that bothers them and is not taking the hint the first time, so they resort to terrorism. I'm thankful for some of them. Me not wearing a shirt during dinner is a good thing. Nobody wants to see that. Also not touching the radio if you're not driving unless delegated. I picture J. Jonah Jameson laughing. My mom yelling at 11-year-old me as I was running outside without a jacket. You'll freeze to death. Put a cost on. Quote. It was 50 degrees. There are few things I remember fearing more than dropping something in the back seat as a kid and using the overhead light. My parents acted like it was equivalent to reaching over and grabbing the steering wheel. As an adult with years of city and rural driving experience, never once has the dome light in my vehicle even slightly hindered my ability to drive at night. Why did our parents hate it so much? It definitely makes it slightly more difficult to see, and if you would just turn it on without warning or consideration to what was going on in the road at the time, I could see why that would be annoying. Kinda with your parents on this one. I would turn the light on to piss off my dad when I was a kid. Overhead light hypothesis. It bothers me as a diver so little that I have drained my battery a couple of times when my kids used it, because of course they don't remember to turn it off either. I didn't claim it was blinding, but I start having to nag them about turning it off when they were done. Other parents might decide psychological scarring is more effective. Taking too long in the shower is a real issue if you have a septic tank. Had to rein in my boys when they were younger. They were overflowing the inspection pipe. My parents made me think accepting offers of food from other family or friends was a trap to see if I was a greedy pig. I feel like your answer is in your examples. Turning on the overhead light, touching thermostats, taking long showers. Minor inconveniences where it's easy to exaggerate their danger or consequences to make kids stop doing them. Because having the dome light on is obnoxious AF. Sometimes I think of my similar experiences and wonder if it was my childlike mind seeing it bigger than it really was. When we think back, our memories are often making us say, I remember it being so much bigger, when observing rooms, places and physical things. Why wouldn't our brain also process those moments in a bigger way?
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. TooAfraidToAsk is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.